Welcome back to Car Gear today. We're diving into a name that stirs up nostalgia and blends it with modern design. The 2025 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia. That's right. VW has brought back this iconic coupe with a modern twist, and we've had the chance to get behind the wheel, examine every inch, and push it to its limits. So, stick around because this is a ride you don't want to miss. First off, let's talk about presence. The 2025 Karmann Ghia is a head-turner, no doubt about it. Volkswagen didn't just slap the old name on a generic coupe. They've honored the design language of the original Karmann Ghia from the 50s and 60s, while reimagining it for a modern audience. The front end is sleek, elegant, and distinctly retro-modern. You get oval LED headlights with a subtle vintage housing, wrapped in a curved fender that flows beautifully into the doors. The grille is minimal, just like the original, more for aesthetics than function, since this model is fully electric. Yes, the 2025 Karmann Ghia is not a gas-powered vehicle. It's built on Volkswagen's MEB platform, the same architecture used in the ID series. But the styling, completely unique. The lines are sculpted, the roofline swoops gently into a fastback-style rear, and the two-door coupe form is just classy. It's not trying to be aggressive. It's confident, elegant, and a little bit romantic. Around back, you've got wraparound taillights that nod to the original Ghia, but they've been modernized with an LED strip that runs edge to edge. There's a subtle spoiler integrated into the rear hatch, and the lower bumper design hides the diffuser beautifully. One cool touch. There's no visible exhaust, of course, but there's a chrome accent at the bottom that pays homage to the old chrome bumpers from the 60s. It's little things like this that show Volkswagen really cared about the heritage here. Wheel. Options range from 18 to 20 inches depending on the trim, and our review unit came with the 19-inch turbine-style wheels, stylish, lightweight, and they really complete the look. Paint options include a few throwback colors, like glacier blue and cherry red, as well as more modern choices like deep graphite and Arctic white. Overall, it's a stunning exterior, one of those cars you look back at after you park. Now stepping inside, the interior continues the blend of vintage charm and futuristic tech. The dashboard is simple but smart. You won't find dozens of buttons. Instead, you get a 12.9-inch touchscreen embedded neatly into the center console, along with a sleek digital driver display. There's a real focus on minimalism, but not at the cost of comfort or functionality. Materials are top-notch for its segment. You get soft-touch vegan leather, sustainable wood trim, and brushed aluminum accents. Volkswagen's also offering a heritage package that swaps in retro-style houndstooth seats, a two-tone steering wheel, and a cream-colored dashboard. Absolutely beautiful if you love that old-school vibe. In terms of seating, it's a 2+2 coupe, which means the rear seats are more for occasional use, kids or short adults on a short trip. Front seats, though, are deeply bolstered and surprisingly plush. Power adjustable, heated, ventilated, and with memory settings in the upper trims. The driving position is low and sporty, but visibility is excellent thanks to the large windows and low dash. Sound insulation is also worth mentioning. Despite the coupe shape and frameless doors, road noise is minimal. That's partly due to the solid build quality and partly because electric motors are just inherently quieter. Volkswagen also includes a 10-speaker Harman Kardon audio system that sounds clean and rich, even at highway speeds. Now let's get to performance, the soul of the car. The base Karmann Ghia comes with a single rear-mounted electric motor, producing 201 horsepower and 229 lb-ft of torque. It's quick off the line, hitting 0 to 60 mph in around 7.1 seconds. But if you want something sportier, there's also a dual-motor all-wheel drive version pushing 295 horsepower and 339 lb-ft of torque. That drops the 0 to 60 time to just under 5 seconds, which is more than respectable for a stylish daily coupe. The ride is well balanced. It's not a performance monster like the ID.7 GTX, but it holds its own on twisty roads thanks to a low center of gravity and tight steering response. Suspension tuning leans toward comfort, with adaptive dampers available on the higher trims. That means you can cruise comfortably on the highway but still enjoy some spirited driving when the road gets curvy. Regenerative braking is adjustable via the touchscreen or paddle shifters. Yes, it has paddles even though it's electric. One-pedal driving is smooth, and the transitions between regen and friction brakes are seamless. Overall, it's an enjoyable drive, whether you're commuting or heading out for a weekend escape. Range is another highlight. The standard version gets a 77 kWh battery, good for up to 310 miles on a full charge, while the dual-motor model sees slightly less, around 280 miles, due to the increased power draw. Fast charging supports up to 170 kW, so you can go from 10 to 80% in just under 30 minutes with a compatible DC charger. That's more than enough for most owners, especially with growing infrastructure. Now, let's talk pricing, which is where things get interesting. The 2025 Karmann Ghia starts at around $42,000 for the base single-motor model. Step up to the dual-motor all-wheel drive variant, and you're looking at around $49,000. The fully loaded Heritage Edition, with all the retro design cues, panoramic roof, upgraded sound system, and advanced driver assistance features, pushes the price up to around $54,000. And honestly, even at that price, it feels like a solid value given the blend of design, performance, and tech. What's included at the base level is pretty generous. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, built-in navigation, dual-zone climate control, heated seats, and all the latest safety features like adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, and automatic emergency braking. Higher trims add things like a head-up display, 360-degree camera system, and park assist. The 2025 Karmann Ghia is not just a tribute car, it's a viable daily driver with personality. It's easy to live with, fun to drive, and dripping with style. For enthusiasts who appreciate design as much as performance, this car really hits the sweet spot. There's also something to be said about how this car makes you feel. In an era where many EVs are starting to look and feel the same, smooth, jelly bean shapes, minimalist interiors, no real soul, the Karmann Ghia stands out. It brings emotion back to electric driving. It makes people smile, and it reminds us that cars don't just have to be tools. They can be art. So, who is this car for? It's for someone who wants something different, someone who maybe remembers the original Ghia or just loves vintage-inspired design. Someone who values electric performance but doesn't want to drive a cookie-cutter crossover. Whether you're a city commuter, a weekend cruiser, or just someone who appreciates automotive design, the 2025 Karmann Ghia deserves your attention. We wrap up, I've got to say, Volkswagen nailed this one. They took a risk by reviving an icon, and they didn't mess it up. In fact, they may have made something even better. So if you're in the market for a stylish EV coupe with real character, go check out the new Karmann Ghia. You might just fall in love. That's it for today's review on Car Gear. If you enjoyed this detailed look, give us a thumbs up, drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think VW did justice to the Karmann Ghia name? And don't forget to subscribe for more honest reviews, test drives, and all things automotive. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.